to another live English lesson. So can you hear me? Just making sure that everything is working so good. That's great. So today or yesterday we did some exercises and read lesson 6, and we also had an homework, yes, which in which you had to write a postcard to your friends. Your homework was to imagine that you are a foreigner and you are visiting Iraq, and so that you're sending a postcard back to your friends in your country describing Iraq. Some of you sent me the homework, and I'd like to thank them, but others did not. However, I will not blame you. Why? Because I did not post a homework assignment in your Google Classroom. It's okay. So you can do it today, which is exercise B on page 77 of your activity book. Right? So today we will just jump to another exercise, which is exercise B of lesson 8 on page 80 of your student's book. Exercise B. Now, how about now? Can you hear me now? Yes, that's great. So exercise B on page 80. Here you have to describe these two men. You have two men, right, who are Tom and Mike. You have to describe them. Okay, so can you write any description here? Or should I tell you how to do this exercise? Okay, I will tell you how to describe. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Awab, yes, that's great. So, as Awab was saying, Tom is very tall. And, for example, Tom is very tall and quite thin. Yes, both of you are right. So now, Adam, now we are speaking about Tom. Tom is very tall and quite thin. So what does he wear? Describe his clothes. So you should say, yes, Awab, yes. You should say, we said that Tom is very tall and quite thin. What else? What about his clothes? What does he wear? He is wearing, for example, okay, a black jacket and glasses. Awab, when you cheat, try to cheat perfectly. So it is glasses, not gases, okay? So when you cheat, try to cheat perfectly. I know you are a cheater. Okay. Now, what about Mike? Mike is quite short and a bit fat. He has what? Or he is wearing what? He is wearing a green. No, it is not a green. We are imagining that it is a green. Okay, maybe you can say he is wearing a blue t-shirt. And okay, so you say that he has long brown hair. Again, you are cheaters. Okay, you can say that he has a long brown hair. So now, first one is Tom is very tall and quite thin. He is wearing a black jacket and glasses. Mike is quite short and a bit fat. He has long, I'd say, black hair. He is wearing a blue t-shirt and green trainers. How about that? It's different from what you have read. Now, that's it. So easy. You can write descriptions of Tom and Mike. Wab, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes. So there is maybe you'll have another connection trouble. Now exercise C. Exercise C. Here you have to write the 3 sentences speaking about yourselves, what you will be doing at 7 o'clock this evening, what you will be doing on Friday, what you think you will be doing when you are 25 years old. It's up to you. You can write it by yourselves. It's so easy, right? And you have to use what the future continuous tense, and it is so easy for you. You know how to use the the future continuous tense. Now we'll move to lesson 9. Lesson 9, as a matter of fact, is a roundup, is a recap of what we have studied so far in Unit 6. As you remember, Unit 6 was titled Friends Abroad. So we were basically speaking about uh, friends from other countries. You remember the previous unit was about other countries, and we studied certain countries of the world like Japan, France, Oman, and India. So now in this unit, we were studying how to make friends from other countries. And as we saw in the first lesson, uh, when Fuad received a letter from Yuki, we said that we called such friends that exchange letters between them without seeing each other. We call them pen friends, right? And we also studied Summer's pen friend, and we accompanied Fuad in his travel to Japan, and we studied certain details about Japan and their customs, and we also studied how to write a postcard. And you had a homework to write a postcard. And grammatically speaking, we studied the future continuous tense, and we said that the future continuous tense is we can say it is a future version of the present continuous tense. Uh, Muhammad, keep silent. Fuad, you will be kicked out of the lesson, both of you. Okay? The chat section is for doing certain exercises and to answer my questions. I will kick you out of the lesson. Stop it, Muhammad. This is the last time. Okay? So, now this is a recap, as we said, and during or throughout, this unit, you studied how to describe people like what you just said about Tom and Mike. For example, he's very tall and thin, he's short and plump, he has gray hair. So easy for you. We studied and practiced. We didn't practice actually because we're not seeing each other, but we studied how to introduce people when we saw and learned how Yuki introduced his father to and himself to Fuad. So what else? We studied how to talk about things that will happen in the future and continue for some time using the future continuous tense, right? So what else? Now let us move to the activities of lesson 9. It's on page 81. So the exercise on page 81. Here you have to listen to two men, Jim and Tom, talking, having a conversation, and you have to write short answers to these questions. What are the questions? Where is Jim going on holiday? Why won't he go in the summer? What are the best months to go? Why does he like taking his children to Italian restaurants? And you have to do this ticking exercise too. So now let us listen to Tom and Jim.
Unit 6, Lesson 9, Track 41. Listen to two men, Jim and Tom, talking.
Hi, Jim. You look very happy.
I am. I'm taking the family on holiday to Italy next month.
Next month? But that'll only be May. Why don't you go in the summer?
No, summers in Italy are very hot. The best months to go are May and September.
Won't the children be in school?
No, it'll be half term. They get a week's holiday from school in May.
Why Italy?
Italy's great. The Italians are very friendly. Young children are welcome in restaurants. They're not in England.
What will you do there?
Me? I'll visit museums. There are a lot of wonderful museums all over Italy. And I'll eat lots of pizzas. Italian pizzas are the best in the world.
Will you lie on the beach, go swimming, fishing?
No, I don't like that sort of thing. But I'll go climbing. There are some fantastic mountains there.
Sounds great. Maybe I'll go there someday.
Okay, now let us do the exercise. Number 1, where is Jim going on holiday? Short answers, Sam, short answers. Like Italy. To Italy, you can say. Number 2, why won't he go in the summer? short answers. It's too hot. You can say it's too hot or because it's too hot. Number 3. What are the best months to go? What are the best months to go? Do you want me to repeat the audio file? Okay, September, May. So May and September, yes, May and September. Number 4. Why does he like taking his children to Italian restaurants? Why? Because they are welcome there, okay? Now, yes. Number 5, the ticking exercise. In Italy, Jim will go to museums or go to cinema, eat lots of fish, eat lots of pizzas, go climbing, go swimming. So which ones he will? And do you want to listen to it again? Do you want to listen to it again? Okay, listen to them again.
Unit 6, Lesson 9, Track 41. Listen to two men, Jim and Tom, talking.
Hi, Jim. You look very happy.
I am. I'm taking the family on holiday to Italy next month.
Next month? But that'll only be May. Why don't you go in the summer?
No, summers in Italy are very hot. The best months to go are May and September.
Won't the children be in school?
No, it'll be half term. They get a week's holiday from school in May.
Why Italy?
Italy's great. The Italians are very friendly. Young children are welcome in restaurants. They're not in England.
What will you do there?
Me? I'll visit museums. There are a lot of wonderful museums all over Italy. And I'll eat lots of pizzas. Italian pizzas are the best in the world.
Will you lie on the beach, go swimming, fishing?
No, I don't like that sort of thing. But I'll go climbing. There are some fantastic mountains there.
Sounds great. Maybe I'll go there someday.
Sorry. So, which ones? Asma says museums. So, in Italy, Jim will go to museums. Yes, exactly. So you should tick this one. What else? What else? Eats lots of pizzas. Yes. And what else? Go climbing. And what is meant by climbing? Yes, exactly. Well, so now we have lesson 10. Lesson 10 is another story. A wolf in the forest. So what is meant by a wolf? Do you remember when we studied such an animal before? What is meant by a wolf? Was that a wolf or a fox? We studied the fox, right? And now we're studying a story about a wolf. A wolf in the forest. Yes, exactly. Yes. So, after a plane crash, a family were lost in a forest. What happened to them? First of all, what is meant by crash? Plane crash. What is meant by crash? What is meant by a plane crash? After a plane crash, a family. Yes. So now let us listen to the story, and after that, we will discuss certain details. And I want you to read.
Unit 6, Lesson 10, Track 42.
John Harper, a Canadian, was flying his small plane. With him were his wife Claire and his 2 children. Lucy, aged 4, and Ben, aged 9. They were flying over a forest. Suddenly, the engine stopped. "What's the matter? Why has the engine stopped?" asked Claire. "I don't know," said John. He tried to start it again, but nothing happened. "It's no good," said John. "It won't start. We're going down." John was lucky. He found a clear place between the trees and landed the plane. Nobody was hurt. They climbed out and looked around. "Where are we?" asked Claire. "I don't know," answered John. "Well, we can't stay here," said Claire. "Which way do we go?" "Hey, Dad, look," said Ben. He pointed to some trees. "There's a big dog up there near the trees." "That's not a dog, it's a wolf," said John. "Is it dangerous?" asked Claire. "No," said John. "Wolves don't hurt people." The wolf came towards them, then moved away, came towards them again, and moved away again. "I think he wants us to follow him," said Ben. "Well, I don't know where we are. Maybe he does," said John. "Let's follow him." They followed the wolf through the trees. Every now and again the wolf stopped, looked at them, and then moved off again. After about 2 hours they came to a road. Just off the road was a village. "Thank God," said John. "We can phone from the village." "Dad, where's the wolf?" asked Ben. They looked around, but the wolf was not there anymore.
Okay, some of you could not hear the story, unfortunately. Now it's because of the connection. Can you hear me now? It's all because of you, believe me. Because I have another phone and I can hear the voice very smoothly. So here's a story about this plane crash. I'm going to read it myself, so if you find any troubles in listening to the original audio file of the story, you can hear me now. John Harper, a Canadian, was flying his small plane. So can you hear me now? So it's okay. Yes. So John Harper, a Canadian, was flying his small plane. With him were his wife, Claire, and his 2 children, Lucy, aged 4, and Ben, aged 9. They were flying over a forest. Suddenly, the engine stopped. "What's the matter? Why has the engine stopped?" asked Claire. "I don't know," said John. He tried to start it again, but nothing happened. "It's no good," said John. "It won't start. We're going down." John was lucky. He found a clear place between the trees and landed the plane. Nobody was hurt. They climbed out and looked around. "Where are we?" asked Claire. "I don't know," answered John. "Well, we can't stay here," said Claire. "Which way do we go?" "Hey, Dad, look," said Ben. He pointed to some trees. "There is a big dog up there near the trees." "That is not a dog, it's a wolf," said John. "Is it dangerous?" asked Claire. "No," said John. "Wolves don't hurt people." The wolf came towards them, then moved away. Came towards them again, and moved away again. "I think he wants us to follow him," said Ben. "Well, I don't know where we are. Maybe he does," said John. "Let's follow him." They followed the wolf through the trees. Every now and then the wolf stopped, looked at them, and then moved off again. After about 2 hours, they came to a road. Just off the road was a village. "Thank God," said John. "We can phone from the village." "Dad, where's the wolf?" asked Ben. They looked around, but the wolf was not there any more. So, this is a story about a plane crash of some people whose plane went down into a forest, and then they are led by a wolf out of this forest to a near village. So, as you see, we have certain words that I want to ask you about them. For example, now you know what is meant by wolf, right? Here, let me find the word. For example, when he says every now and then, what is meant by every now and then? What is meant by every now and then? I will write it in the section, in the chat section. What is meant by every now and then or every now and again? Yes. So what else? Now who can read? Who wants to read? Okay, let us listen to Zen.
John Harper, a Canadian, was flying his small plane. With him were his wife, Claire, and his two children, Lucy, aged 4, and Ben, aged 9. They were flying over the forest. Suddenly, the engine stopped. "What's the matter? Why was the engine stopped?" asked Claire. "I don't know," said John. He tried to start it again, but nothing happened. "It's no good," said John. "It won't start. We're going down." John was lucky. He found a clear place between the trees and landed the plane. Nobody was hurt. They climbed out and looked around. Where Where are we? asked Claire. "I don't know," answered John. "Well, we can't stay here," said Claire. "Which way do we go?" "Hey, Dad, look," said Ben. "Look," said Ben. He pointed to some trees. "There's a big dog up there near the trees." That's not a dog," It's a wolf, said John. Is it dangerous? asked Claire. No, said John. Wolves don't hurt people. The wolf came toward them, then moved away, came toward them again,
Thank
and moved
you,
away
thank
again.
you, thank you, Zan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, Adam, if you want to read after, um, you start from where Zan stopped, or if you want to start from the beginning, it's okay.
Okay, I will start from the beginning.
It's okay.
A wolf in the forest. John Harper, a Canadian, was flying a small plane. With him were his wife Claire and his two children, Lucy, aged 4, and Ben, aged 9. They were flying over a forest. Suddenly, the engine stopped. What's the matter? Why has the engine stopped? asked Claire. I don't know, said John. He tried to start it again, but nothing happened. It's not good, said John. It won't start. We're going down. John was lucky. He found a clear place between the trees and landed the plane. Nobody was hurt. They climbed out and looked around. Where are we? asked Claire. I don't know, answered John. We can't stay here, said Claire. Which way do we go? Hey, Dad, look, said Ben. He pointed to some trees. There's a big dog up there near the trees. That's not a dog. It's a wolf, said John. Is it dangerous? asked Claire. No, said John. Wolves don't hurt people. The wolf came towards them. They moved away, came toward them again, and moved away again. I think he wants us to follow him, said Ben. Well, I don't know where we are. Maybe he does, said John. Let's follow him. They followed the wolf through the trees. Every now and again, the wolf stopped, looked at them, and then moved off again. After about 2 hours, they came to a road. Just off the road was a village. Thank God, said John. We can phone from the village. Dad, where's the wolf? asked Ben. They looked around, but the wolf was not there anymore.
Thank you so much, Adam. Now quickly write your names because we are going to lose the connection. We will return after that to complete our lesson, but now please write your names quickly. What about the others? Okay, so I'm going to end this session. We will start again. Please come back, okay? So, welcome back again. The others have fled away. So, we studied this, we read this story of John Harper and his family and how they had a plane crash in the forest. And thank you for those who read the story. And do you have any question about anything that you find difficult in the story? For example, if you find some. Okay, yes, I know. Okay, well, can you read this easy story? Adam. Um, when someone says, "Where are we?" This is a question. But when he says, "Where we are," is another. No, this is not a question. Here, where is just like a pronoun. It refers to a place, the second one, right? So it's different the from using the double H word where as a question word. Okay. So now let us. I don't know if we have time for the extra activities. Maybe we don't have time, right? What do you think? Let us do some extra activities. On page 82, which words go together? Choose the correct words from the box and write them in the spaces. You have these words in the box: lake, airport, Neil, camera, postcard, magazine. And we have these other words. So, which words go together? Photographs go with which one of these? Camera, right? Number 2, plane. It goes with airport. Yes, exactly. Advertise. It goes with magazine. Boat. It goes with lake. Exactly. Holiday. Postcard. Because when you are, for example, if you are on a holiday and you travel to another country, you may send a postcard to your friend. And of course, sit. It goes with kneel. And this is just like the difference between us in Iraq and Japan. They kneel on the floor. We sit on the floor. We sometimes sit on the floor. Muhammad, this is about words which are connected to each other. Now, exercise B, you can do it. Exercise C, find the odd one out. Circle the word. So here we have certain words which are different from the others. For example, here, the first group of fours: uncle, brother, friend, sister. We have one of them is different. It is odd. Odd means strange, different. So you have to select it. So first, friend. Why friend? Because the others are relatives, right? And you know what is meant by relatives. Number two, jacket, glasses, t-shirt, kimono. Glasses. Why? Because the others are clothes, right? Number three, book, copybook, magazine, radio. Radio. Why? Because you can read or write on a copybook, magazine, or book, but radio you cannot. Okay, do not answer before the question. Number four, snow, right? Snow, mountains, lake, river. Now number five, town, village, beach, city. Adam. What do you say, Adam? Beach. Why? Because people live in the others. Well, they do not live on the beach. Number six, knife, cup, fork, spoon. Cup. Why cup? Because you can eat with the others, but you cannot eat with a cup, right? And now exercise D. Complete the sentences with the correct words. Number one, you have these words from the box. You have to complete these sentences from words from the box. We meet people coming off a plane in the. Some Japanese women wear traditional Japanese dress code. If somebody is a bit fat, it is nicer to say he is. People eat with in Japan. A usually has a picture and stamp on it. My is my father's or my mother's brother. So, number one, we meet people coming off a plane in the arrivals hall. Yes. Number two, some Japanese women wear a traditional Japanese dress called kimono. Number three, if somebody is a bit fat, it is nicer to say he is plump. Yes, plump. Number four, people eat with in Japan. Chopsticks, yes, exactly. Number five, a usually has a picture and a stamp on it. Postcard, yes. And number six, my is my father's or my mother's uncle. Oh, sorry, brother. Yes, I did it. It's uncle, of course. Now, here in this exercise, you have to join these sentences using a link word, right? So, unfortunately, we don't have time to do this. So, exercise E is your homework, okay? Exercise E is your homework, along with exercise F. Exercise E and F, okay? in addition to lesson 1 of unit 7. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining this lesson and see you next time.